Blessed new week, guys. Today is Sunday, and I'm gonna be doing the usual thing, which is breaking down Bitcoin, gold, and Ethereum for you guys. Last week, we saw how markets crashed in a crazy manner. Bitcoin fell from about 107K to as low as 93K. Ethereum fell from about 3.6K to 3K. And we saw gold after rebounding to the resistance level of 4.2K, falling by over 2,000 pips. So a lot has actually been happening in the markets. And also, we know that US shutdown has been put to an end and the government has officially reopened. So we expect more of volatility this week and next week and for the rest of this November before we enter the season period, which is Christmas, and markets will now become a kind of dull. So I'm gonna take you guys to my screen and we are gonna do one or two things. I'm gonna do top-down analysis for you guys on gold, on Bitcoin, and then on Ethereum. I'm gonna go first to gold. Then when we are done analyzing gold, then we are gonna go to Bitcoin. When we are done analyzing Bitcoin, then we are gonna go to Ethereum and use it and end the video. And if this video is long, I may have to post the pays differently. That is, I'll post the analysis for Bitcoin different, I'll post the analysis for Ethereum different, and then I'll post the analysis for gold different. With this video, you will be able to at least know what you are going to be expecting for the rest of this week, possible levels where you're going to be looking for buys, and then possible levels where you're going to be looking for sells, and then what should be your overall sentiment when it comes to each of these pays, that is gold, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So guys, let's go over to the screen, then let's see what the markets have for us. Okay guys, so this is gold. Let's dive into gold and see what is popping up. So this is gold on my monthly time frame, and we can see how gold is looking. The look of gold is always funny to me. Very, very funny. See how it is looking. As bullish as something else. I can't imagine seeing Bitcoin look like this on monthly time frame. Like, count the number of monthly candles here. That is crazy. That's why gold is always the king, no matter what's the hype on Bitcoin. So guys, this is gold on our weekly time frame. So we can see right on weekly time frame that the market actually is still bullish, but after a drop, it did rebound back before market started crashing last week, ending of last week after US government shutdown was called off. So let's go to daily time frame and see what is going on. Okay, so this is daily time frame, and okay, let me remove some of these drawings so that we do something fresh. These were my analysis here on Friday, so I'll just have to remove some of them. So this is our gold on the daily time frame. Okay, so looking at gold on the daily time frame, you can see that we have a kind of we have some sort of buy, and then currently the price is pulling back. That's what I'll call it. So why is my tool not big? Okay, so you can see we had some sort of a consolidation here on daily time frame, and then before the market finally did what, break out to the upside, and this is what we tested. So this is currently what we have going on the daily time frame. Yeah, so let's go to 4 hours time frame and see what we have. Good. So this is our 4 hours time frame. These are the arrows that I did mark out actually. So let me just zoom in slightly a bit. So this is our 4 hours time frame. And if you look at the 4 hours time frame here, you will see that we have taken a couple of trades. We've taken for 1 trade, 2 trade here. We have taken 2 trade there, then 3rd trade. This was the trade we took on Friday. And actually, we'll be winning on gold back to back. Those in my group can testify to this. So let's look at what is currently happening on gold on the 4 hours time frame. Because it's always on 4 hours time frame that I start making bigger sense from the market. So currently, we have gold. Gold dropped by over 2,000 pips on Friday. So, but we need to mark out specific levels that we need to pay very close attention to. And we are going to start by marking out what is currently happening right here, right? We're going to be looking at what is currently happening right here, because that is where our points of interest should be. So we have let me pick my tool. So we have a kind of very sensitive support right here. When the market was ranging between here and here, when it created some sort of a flag, actually, you see here this particular place that I'm talking about before it did break out. So right here during the minor consolidation, gold actually formed a very sensitive support. This place, sorry, I don't want to use this. I prefer to use this. Gold created a very sensitive support right here, this place. So we need to mark it out. And now, if you pay attention, you see that this particular support here, which was a double top, if you draw down to 1 hour time frame, double bottom, sorry, if you draw down to 1 hour time frame, you see that when the price finally broke to the upside, and it's ended up coming down to take out the bottom, which is what? In liquidity. Yes, the double bottom ended up being what? A liquidity manipulation. So you can see that the market has actually dropped aggressively and it has taken this level out. Let me remove this so you don't confuse you guys. So currently I am talking about this particular level. So price has already dropped and taken it out, and that is the most important thing that matters. So this support here currently is a resistance for us here. So we should note that it is currently a resistance for us right here. And that is why you can see that when the market finished dropping, while it was pulling back, it reached here and had to rejects, and we can see price is dropping down. So currently, we are going to note this level for the meantime. Then while we are noting this level, we equally need to pay attention to further levels on the downside and then to the upside. So we have an order block right here that we shouldn't underrate for any reason. You know, we have a very sensitive order block here that we shouldn't underrate. So I'm going to mark it. Okay, let me just make it very simplified. So we have something here. So now we need to understand something that even though on Friday the price of gold dropped aggressively, it has not actually tapped into any other block, and it has not even filled the FVG here. I don't know if you guys are getting me. So it is understandable for gold to continue dropping back to create another low. Why? Because it's already broke this higher low here by creating a lower low, and we could create a lower high and then a lower low, right? So, but then we can't stay yet, so we will need to stay calm down to 1 hour time frame. I'm just trying to analyze what is currently going on before I now give you guys a broader view. So this is 1 hour time frame. Now, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, you will see the level that I marked as, which is the double bottom, that has already created a resistance for us here. Yeah. So now, why we have this particular resistance here, then we still have another point that we shouldn't ignore, which is this place. Yeah. So we expect that if market doesn't drop from this particular level to the downside, then if it decides to create another high by taking out this recent high, then it may end up tapping into this particular resistance here. And we should equally know that above this resistance lies a very sensitive supply level, and it is a supply zone that shouldn't be underrated because it was a massive injection of sell. So even if this price doesn't drop here, then there is high tendency that if the price doesn't drop from here, then it will definitely drop from here. So this is number one, what you should expect. For the meantime, when the market opens, then we will know what next. Market might open with a gap to the upside or to the downside, though I feel it may be to the upside. So if it opens to the upside, all we need to do is to relax and to wait to see if the price is going to keep going up. Then if we find price around here, then we can watch closely to see if we will get some sort of consolidation. I always want to see a consolidation. If we get some sort of consolidation of it, and then once you get it, all you just need to do is to mark the consolidation and wait for what? You wait for price to break to the downside. Immediately it break and the drop further, then you take your sell to the downside. That is first of all what I'll be looking at for good. A sell, either from this level or from this level. Now, how we are gonna get ourselves from this level can't really be determined until the market opens. And while you are selling, always just make sure that your target doesn't go beyond this particular level because we have a very sensitive demand zone here. If you go to 4 hours, that is where it will be more visible for you. You see that there was a massive injection of buy here, and you equally not forget that there was a very long time consolidation here before the market eventually broke to the upside. And having broke to the upside, if it drops here, there's high tendency that it might reject again and pull up. So that is it. So these are my beats for gold. Then meanwhile, let me now mark out sensitive levels that you need to watch out on gold USD while you are trading this new week. Also, I've not even checked to see what we have on Forex Factory because there may be news that's we want to know about. So for gold now, we have sensitive levels here. We have another level to watch out for here. And then we have another level displays to watch out for. Now, I want to say something to you guys. You see these kinds of levels, when you start seeing some, levels lined up here. I think I always say this. What I call these things are fractal levels. These are just fractal lows. And fractals are always meant to be swept. So I expect that there will still be more selling on gold. I expect a massive dump that will still take out this whole fractals. It might not be quick, but I'm very positive that we are going to get something like this. So I am actually going to be more interested in looking for a sell on gold. And meanwhile, if you pay attention to my analysis very carefully, then you can easily tell that if what I analyzed is what we eventually get on gold, then we might actually be having a shoulder. I always remind you that you don't need a shoulder to be perfect. And we might be having something like this, which is still what? A bearish formation for us to sell. So I am bearish on gold for the meantime. I am bearish on gold for the meantime. I keep repeating it. And I already show you guys where I am going to be selling if I get price to react there. But then, why we have our bias to be selling gold this new week, you should equally watch closely to see when price reclaims this high. So what I'm saying in essence is that if by chance gold happens to take out this particular supply zone, then just know that gold might be creating another recent high again, and you should be finding your entry. So once you find gold reclaim this level, then just know that there is a tendency that we are going to be buying. So I can only buy gold for now above this level. That's the only time I'll be like buyers have reclaimed gold. But outside this, knowing fully well that the US shutdown is over, gold is bound to lose some of its gains this week. So I will only be comfortable buying gold when it finally reclaims its high. But until it reclaims its high, it has created a lower low, and I will keep looking for sales. I don't know if you guys are following. So that is what I am gonna be doing. Meanwhile, while I am looking out to sell gold around this level or around this level, once I see gold tap into this other block again, then I will have to close every of my sell and watch gold very closely. If I get a rejection, then price action by then is now what is gonna tell us whether we are gonna be looking for a buy this time around, or we are still gonna be looking for a sell. That is the kind of price action we'll get around here, then we'll be looking for a buy. But that's the kind of price action we'll get around here, and we are gonna be looking for a sell for that drop, which is what I expect more of. Because like I said, there are a lot of factors lined up down here. And all these are fractal liquidities that the price market is definitely gonna come and sweep, which is here, here, here. Market will likely come and end up sweeping it, and even this range breaking it to the downside. So for bulls, all I can tell you guys is to be very careful with buying gold. Only buy gold above this level, and then when price reach here, pay close attention. If we sell gold and we are able to make good profits down to this place, then by the time price reaches here, that is the only time we will now know what's next. Whether we are going to be looking for more sales for further down to clear these factors, or we are going to be looking for more buys. And if we don't succeed in creating a gap when the market opens this night, that is, if gold doesn't jump and take out this high, then we might as well get a double top here and a drop. But if we don't get a double top, if price from here takes out this high, then all we have to do is either wait for price to tap into this level, which is a strong supply level, and we will look for a sell around here, or we watch price. So know if price will rebound back. The moment we see price rebound back, then it simply means that this resistance, sellers have reclaimed the supports by turning it into a resistance. And by so doing, all we just need to do is to monitor the price closely. And if we're able to see price return to the new resistance and the drop, the moment it's creating a lower low, we are taking our sell to the other block. So this is my analysis on gold. Make sure you follow the link on my profile to join my Telegram channel, because that is where we are always trading back to back. I post my chart analysis there free, post my signals there free, and I go live here and I trade live here. Make sure you follow my account right now before joining my Telegram. The reason why you need to follow my account is so that anytime I go live, anytime I'm trading live here, you will get a notification that I am live trading. But if you don't follow me, you're not going to get any notification once I am trading live.